Hello everyone, this is me Sai Rundri. Welcome back to my channel Heart It Out with Sai. I hope you all are doing well. So today's topic is going to be creativity. So have you ever wondered that we tell our children to color inside the lines, but then ask the adults to think out of the box? That's not a nice thing, right? Yeah. So I always believed that the adults who suffer and struggle in their lives, no matter how creative they are, no matter how innovative they are, but still they cannot put their work into the picture. They cannot be their best selves sometimes. You know the reason why they do that. So there are a lot of factors behind why people cannot put their work into something creative, something better, and they're constantly struggling in their lives. Mostly the adults I'm talking about. So there are so many factors behind this struggle goes constantly. The number one factor is childhood trauma. And also childhood trauma comes from a lot of reasons. There can be parenting style problems. There can be abusive parenting, abusive incidents happened. If not parenting, then there can be other incidents which happen in childhood, and that is not treated, untreated trauma. And also somewhere I feel encouragement. If you're constantly not encouraging your child and criticizing whatever your children are doing, however it is, then that can lead to such an adulthood where they will struggle in everything they do. They will constantly seek validation from others, which is not sometimes, a good sign for an adult to always seek validation from others. Reassurance, they will constantly thrive for reassurance in their different, even in work, in their different part of their lives, where in relationships they will constantly seek for reassurance. That can also lead to disruptions and dysfunctional lives, and can again lead to stress, high stressors, and not a good mental well-being. Okay, that's why we say children are like clay, and the kind of pottery we want to shape, we shape them and they become like that. So this is what is very important, to encourage your child and to listen to your child and to provide a very safe environment to them. And whatever they're doing, if you need to criticize them, if you want to take the best out of them, then criticize in a way which is constructive to them. Not like, oh no, you're not good for nothing. It's not like that. You can say things which can enhance their creativity. You can say this was good, but then you can try this path, and I hope it can be better. What do you think? And always let them decide. And also try to understand that every child has their own way to grow. Today, if your child is not good at maths, I was never, but yeah, so if your child is not good at maths, doesn't mean that he is a dumb. No, there are a lot of people who cannot do maths, and that is something to do with their brain and their brain functions sometimes. And it's like we expect them to do something sometimes which they cannot do, and then we try to force them. That's going to harm them a lot, and that's going to be like the worst thing for them ever. So try to identify what are your child good at, what he or she is good at. And sometimes lack of resources can also affect such scenarios where you don't have enough resources to help your child to go to a certain field where he or she wants to. So make them independent, and then they can pursue, if they can, whatever they want to at later stage of their life. And always communicate, talk to them. And that's how their upbringing will help them to become more acceptable towards their self, more aware, more mindful about their talents and their things which they're good at. Also, they will be thinking in a very creative way. They will be doing things which are very innovative, and that's how they will achieve more. And also, it's my request to all the adults out there, please don't bring your conflicts, whoever, like your marital conflicts, the parents I'm particularly talking about, don't bring your own conflicts in front of your children. That can damage them significantly. So whenever you're like having a spousal conflict, please try to resolve it when you are with your spouses, not in front of the child. And also, home environment, keep the harmony of the home, keep it calm and soothing, and an open space for them to be safe and grow, for helping them to grow. This would be like certain things which you can do before going to a therapist. So when all these things are not catered properly and a person is not given a proper environment for their growth and good mental well-being, then they suffer from their creativity, innovation, and whatever you call it, out-of-box thinking. This constantly struggle in their work life, in their relationships, later part of their adulthood. And so to help those individuals who are now grown up and they're struggling, the people who are associated with them, especially if they're working with some people, the employee setup, they should be more open and cordial, understanding, and more supportive. If they're into a academic field, their peers should help. People should understand these kind of individuals and help them to grow, rather than bullying and ragging these kind of individuals who fumble at a presentation going on a class. Try to understand why they're fumbling, why they're struggling in something. You might be good at something, you might be good at your presentation, that can be a skill to you, but doesn't mean that the other person will be equally good like you. And why they're struggling, just try to understand, because that's how you are also showing your kindness and humanity towards the other soul. And I think the relationships, if I talk about, then when you are in a relationship and you see your partner struggling, try to be supportive. Also, these individuals have higher risk of self-harm. And also, I'm not talking about all the people out there, but there can be some people who can significantly get affected by their lack of support system in their life, and can have a tendency of self-harm. So that is also very important. You never know, like when you hurt somebody and you're trying to bullying them, or not being supportive and constantly criticizing them and putting them down, making them feel low. So that can cause a lot of other problems in their lives, and you never know what they end up in. So this is in turn, you're pushing a soul to do some drastic things which is not needed, which is not going to be good for that person and the people around them. So I always say to people, be compassionate, be kind, and spread the love and positivity. So there are some recommendations which I would like to say for creativity, to cater creativity rather. So there are art-based interventions for children, adolescents, and even adults. Paintings, you can paint, you can sketch, draw, color. Mandala is a really relaxing technique. Even I do, even adults do that. Canvas painting, whatever, play with the colors. That you can do. Art therapy, art-based interventions. Music therapy, obviously. Whoever loves to sing, dance therapy, movement therapy. Whoever loves to sing, create their own music, play some instruments, go for it. Always, I support that. And also, some people love nature. So I am a person who loves to travel, and I love nature a lot. I even go to nature and sit quite somewhere peaceful, close to nature. So I usually go and sit over there for hours and just relax and see the scenic beauty out there and enjoy the touch of nature. That's also a part of positive psychology, when you are in a flow state of mind and you just enjoy the surroundings around you, and you just sit quietly and just get immersed into that particular phase. It can be through your art, it can be through any hobbies you're practicing, music, even while traveling to close to some nature, some places where you love, anywhere, and you can practice this. This can bring you enlightenment in your life, and you can be a lot spiritually aware of yourself, you can heal a lot. And yeah, that is going to help, and obviously creativity would enhance. And I believe emotional people are more creative from the rest, because I'm one. And always I suggest people that emotional intelligence is important. So being aware of your own emotions are very important. Regulating your own emotions are very important. And practicing whatever you love, doing something for yourself is very important. And if you're still not doing, like I'm saying this to people who are still not able to do things for themselves and just busy in daily life struggles, please find some time, at least दिन में थोड़ा सा time खुद के लिए निकालो and do something for yourself. And yeah, see the magic. You can understand that things are developing and you can see your growth, your well-being. And yeah, so that's it. That was all about today's video about creativity. If you like and if you can relate, then please do like, share and comment. And yeah, do subscribe my channel if you want to follow more such things, more such psychology related stuffs. And I would always try to help you to heal your hearts. So always remember, there's a safe space over here, Heart It Out with Sai, where you can learn a lot about psychology and about life. Bye bye, take care.